Hey everybody, it's Justin, your other guide into the other side. Today I just kind of want to do some end of week technical analysis on ApeCoin. We came out of a really volatile week, honestly. I know this doesn't look that volatile on the weekly chart, but we're pretty low from the all-time highs of this cycle. I know ApeCoin was released, late or mid-year in 2022. It released, at about $8. It kind of the daily closed out at the high of 16, but the week after it touched 27. So obviously that's a lot of volatility. As for like its retrace from its its weekly top, it's about 87%. But if we actually just take it from the top, it's about down 93%. So again, if you're a long-term economy other side, then it's been touted as the thing that's going to be used to power a lot of the economy. So again, if that's something that if you plan to stay long-term in other side, it's not a bad idea to pick up some ApeCoin here or there. That's not financial advice. I would just say it may or may not be useful to you, especially if it's down 92% from its all-time high. But if we just say from its first week iteration, it's down like 75%. So, I mean, how much further can it go down? I'm not necessarily sure. You'd kind of have to look at the market cap and judge for yourself. But if we look on a closer time frame, let's say the daily chart, we can see that we actually have a confirmed RSI divergence. It's a bullish divergence. So what that means is essentially, in trading terms, you have a lower low, but the price action has a lower low, but the RSI the RSI movement, there's a higher bottom. So you can see how the price, the slope is decreasing. This is increasing, and it is in the process of reversing. So I would say this is a very, very strong bullish signal. So I can say that I did average in at about $2. So long term, if this is something that you like, not a bad idea. But again, no financial advice, because a lot of people tend to go 10x 20 longs on Binance when they hear YouTubers say that. But don't do that, guys. You're gonna get liquidated. Like, it only takes 5% for you to go, like, I mean, if it moves 5%, you're on 20x leverage, like, you're liquidated. So don't do that. Very painful. Very painful, can say that for sure. But otherwise, if you're just dollar cost averaging, if you're here for the long term, no worries. You're just gonna take the average over that time frame that you averaged in. But again, if you're long-term other side, long-term other deeds, long-term everything about the project, then ApeCoin's looking pretty cheap in my opinion. So, and it's looking pretty bullish with this reversion. So I'm not necessarily sure if it's gonna just stick around here, or if it's gonna like giga pop off. That really kind of depends on the overarching markets. I mean, you kind of have to look at like Bitcoin as a whole. I mean, can it break through this 30K range? You can see a lot of consolidation here. You can see a bounce here, a bounce here. You can see like this entire price action is determined by this 30,000 level. You can see this 30,000 level here as well. It's got rejected here. It's just kind of sitting here. It may or may not be converting this to support. So we'll see over time. I would say Bitcoin's a really good indicator of like credit flows and stuff outside of the USA too, because it is a global thing. But I can't necessarily speak too much on that topic because I don't know that much about that topic. But if we do look at the Qs, which is the stock index for the for tech mainly, we're actually about to reclaim this 367 range. So I just can never tell with the stock market. It just keeps going up, man. This type of stuff just keeps going up. Like, bet against the stock market, you're just gonna kind of get obliterated most of the time. But it feels like to me that stocks are going risk on. The SPY is yet to reclaim all-time highs. We are literally like, we're 8% from all-time highs. It's not that far away. You know, that could happen a couple months from now, maybe 6 to 8 months. Really depends. I mean, if you stick a trend line on here, I mean, okay, that's not really that's not a really good trend line. And this is log chart too, so not the best TA. I wouldn't say this is good TA for like stock markets, but it's good for network effect economies like, you know, ApeCoin or Bitcoin, stuff like that. I like to look at things in terms of logarithmic because it helps a lot because it's a network effect base value. So I mean, if we were to do some like, oh my god, Opera, I need to disable that. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Oh my god, that's so annoying. But I guess we'll see in like 50 days whether this is gonna turn over or not. But I mean, hey, if it turns over, there's more. You know, that's more bear market for you to accumulate. Because I certainly know that's what I'm going to be doing. ApeCoin looks like it's turning up bullish, so ApeCoin looks bullish. Bitcoin looks like it's recovering bullish. QQQ looks bullish. So I know I'm kind of rambling and going on at this point, but honestly, everything looks pretty bullish in my opinion. Maybe a little bit of a correction here and there, but otherwise, yeah, let's get it. Let's get this spread. Let's get these gains. And let's try not to get liquidated. But till next time, see ya.